Hello, everyone. Alicia and Lauren, your two hosts here, and welcome back to the Reality Club.
Welcome to our last episode of our first season of The Bachelor. Recapping.
Yeah, it felt like we started so long ago, but it also feels like this was the longest season of my life.
It was the shortest season, but the longest season of all time.
I know.
I'm happy it's over.
It,
Not because I didn't like it that much, but yeah, I don't know. This season overall just lacked something, and I can't put my finger on it.
let's be honest, it was a very hard season to watch. It was missing more than just a little something. It was missing a lot. I feel like I realized that it was like I think I just didn't connect with Grant as much as I wanted to this season. I feel like it's the same with the girls. I still feel like I still don't know them.
Yeah, I just didn't connect with anyone that well this season. And not because I don't think they're good people. I think it's honestly, like, the more I think about it, I think it's just like the production of it all. Because like there was moments here and there that we would like see bits and pieces of people more like authentically. Like even this episode, like there were so many moments like with his dad where I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm going to cry." But for some reason, I feel like production something needs to change production wise with The Bachelor because I'm getting bored. I've been watching for like 10 plus years and like this season didn't make me want to watch another season.
Okay, but are we getting bored because we've been just like killing our heads with bad reality TV everywhere else? Like, I feel like after watching Love Island, Love is Blind, even like different series like that, I feel like so much more happens and it's so filled with drama that
Yeah.
like now I feel like Bachelor is just like the most minimal amounts of drama and everything they do try, like they just, I don't know, they just
Yeah.
kind of like make the smallest things seem really dramatic.
I agree and I agree. I agree and disagree. I feel like you're right. There's just so much competition now for reality TV shows and like love shows and dating shows and we're always watching something else at the same time. But I feel like they need to adapt because they yeah, something needs to change. Like they need to twist, like make a shift in something with The Bachelor to make it a little bit more interesting. I feel like they in the recent years really have relied on like the drama to bring people in, but the drama this year was so just like petty and like not even good drama and they focused on that so much and then we have no idea who these girls are, so we're going to a proposal and I'm like, I don't even care who wins. Like or who Grant picks. Like I don't know anybody. I just felt so like not attached to this finale. But even like just kind of jumping into like meeting the families, like I think it's the way the show is like cut and produced a bit because we got like no introduction to these girls meeting Grant's family. We didn't get to like usually the lead will like walk in and sit with their family for a bit and like talk about the
Yeah,
girls and we
true.
see that. But this year we didn't see any of that. The episode starts and all of a sudden Latia's walking up to Grant and they're like walking in to meet his family like in 5 seconds.
No, that's a good point. Because, like, as someone who didn't watch last season when Grant was on, what's her name? Jen season,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't already know Grant from a past season, that, like, this was this season to get to know him.
Yeah.
And I found as, like, someone who didn't already see him that I really didn't learn much about him. And even, you're right, even his family, like, they're.
We didn't get to see any of his sister.
No, I thought she would talk a lot more.
I don't know. I
Or
just
like
felt
be a
like
part of it more, like even come visit him at the mansion, or like I don't know, they like made it seem like she was gonna be like kind of an important family member to him by being in the first episode, but then didn't see her again until the finale.
yeah, I think it's like less so the people necessarily. Like I think it's the way the show's produced and what they're choosing, like what storylines they're choosing to show and what they're putting their effort on or like time on is just like something's lacking. I don't know what it
I
is, and it makes me
also
sad.
I also feel like you said this best a couple weeks ago. Like Grant is just like he's not a very good lead role.
Mm-mm.
Like he wasn't. He's a great guy, yes, but like I don't think he's that for me that interesting of a lead role that like made me excited to like see who he was gonna marry.
Yeah, or they didn't show enough.
Yeah.
But I think it's a mix because like Grant was even kind of like saying to like his dad and like the girls are talking about how like he hasn't even really opened up yet. So like maybe he didn't open up enough to the audience, or maybe they just like cut out a lot of his personality.
That
um I don't know.
that's a good point. That's true. That could have
But
happened. Like who knows what happens that they aren't
well, the
kind of
reason I
showing.
think that is because I feel like there was a lot of moments this episode where I was like almost crying, and I was like, I don't even know these people, and all of a sudden I'm feeling like connected to them right now, but I didn't the whole season. So clearly, like there was connections to be shown that I feel like we just didn't get to see. But even like people like Alex, who got eliminated like a couple episodes ago, it seemed from the back end like they had a great connection, but we saw nothing. Like we didn't see anything. We just saw a
Yeah.
lot of, oh my gosh, Carolina.
Yeah, true. But Alex is one of those girls that would have made like she had such a personality and so much character that like she would have been interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Like I would have loved to see more of her. Like there was a lot of girls like that I feel like were really interesting, but then yeah, they only showed little maybe snippets of conversations with them. You barely got to know them. And I don't know. I think this whole season just felt weird. It's not making me excited to want to watch another season, which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
Even the Bachelor in Paradise announcement, like what did you think about that?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
Because
Like
I please tell me.
I
What
feel like
first reaction?
I my first reaction was I'm kind of disappointed, but I also can't make a prejudgment yet because I haven't been watching the Golden Bachelor or Bachelorettes. Like I watched one season, the first season, and I did like it. It was very like genuine and like cute and adorable. But I'm like, but I don't know. At first I was like, "Oh my gosh, what?" But I I'm interested because even like thinking about like that date this season where they had all the golden bachelors at their party, and it was like that was fun. Like that was fun
Yeah.
vibes. I now thinking back, I'm like that's what they were doing. They're like teasing like the mix up
True.
of seasons. I'm curious to see how it works. Um like I don't know, I think there's enough hype around Bachelor in Paradise on its own that they didn't need to do this. Like I think they totally could have just done normal Bachelor in Paradise and there would have been enough hype to because people are excited for it and there was so many good people that could come. But I don't know. I definitely was like, they really need the viewers because I'm sure that like Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette's probably doing better than normal Bachelor and Bachelorette right now in like views or so maybe they need the audience.
I don't know. I feel like it's like there was nothing wrong with Bachelor in Paradise.
No.
Nothing.
No.
And it's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like I just don't I think it was a little unnecessary. I think it's like exciting that they want to try and do something new, but like I don't think it's gonna work out the way they have it planned. Like, is their idea that they want to combine these golden bachelors to date the younger bachelors, or is it just gonna be the golden bachelors dating each other? Is it gonna be maybe a mix of both? I guess. But like, I'm worried
Yeah.
it's gonna be very like divided, which I feel like that won't be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how it will be. I don't know. I'm curious, but I'm not. I was disappointed at first, but again, I don't want to judge because I don't know. Maybe it'll be really fun.
Yeah,
But
we'll see. Obviously, we'll see. I'm still gonna watch. I'm still excited.
yeah, I'm still gonna watch. But yeah. Anyway, back to you know what though? Before they announced that Bachelorette was gonna be canceled, I just saw a clip on like Nick Viall's podcast. Do you remember Victoria Fuller from
Yes.
Peter's season?
Yep.
Apparently, like she was like one of the people that was getting considered to be the Bachelorette this year.
Okay, apparently her, oh, what's her name? Maria.
Okay,
Maria and Carolina were all potential
Carolina.
bachelorettes. Yes. Unless like what I saw was fake, but I saw Carolina and Maria.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to have Carolina as a Bachelorette. Um, Maria would have been amazing. Victoria also great. I would have
Victoria would have
watched.
been really good too. Yeah.
I would have watched. Like the year they cancel. What?
Yeah. That kind of sucks, and I do think both of them have the potential to bring a lot of viewers back.
Yeah, like that would have been like the uptrend potentially of viewership again. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. Maybe
Did
they
you
didn't. They have the budget though.
That's true. That's true. Oh, that sucks so much. It would have been nice to see like an old face like that come back
Yeah.
because the season that Victoria was on was that was like a standout Bachelor season.
Do you think that? Yeah, like Victoria's on Peter's season, which I think is like the number one viewed season of all time.
Yep. Which
And
I literally Peter is so funny to me.
and on,
I
I mean, I just watched Trader season 2 and he's on it, and so like I kind of just
Oh right.
re got his like a lot of him on my TV, and like I will say he's great television. Sorry, my chair, like I'm in a this chair's so squeaky, and I apologize.
No,
You're
that's
gonna
okay.
hear it like the entire episode.
That's okay. I
Um,
haven't heard it yet.
but yeah, no, I just watched him on Traders too, and like he's very entertaining TV. But even like I was showing Ben some clips of Hannah Brown's season of like her and Luke P and like that conversation and like her moving the podium and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I just like was watching those clips and I'm like I was like so into these seasons. Like I was, and by this episode, like I felt like I knew all of these people incredibly well. And I was like
Yeah.
so connected to everybody. So I'm like, was it the way they produced the show back then? Was it like just the people? Like what, something is off and I don't know what. And I want it to be like it used to be. Cause I used to love, like even like Colton's season of him like jumping the fence. Like,
No, that was Alicia, the craziest shit would happen in those seasons. And like it was The Bachelor that was entertaining to watch, but it was also the contestants on it. Like I remember having multiple favorites at once. There were so many people that I'd be rooting for
I
and
know.
like excited to actually see them on the screen. Now, like there wasn't one single person that I was like looking forward to seeing in an episode. Like
No.
it was kind of just watching it just to watch. We obviously had to see how everything played out and how it ended.
Yeah.
But there was something was in the water back then because The Bachelor, I think it honestly started going downhill after like Clayton's season.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't
like
know.
Joey was that like okay, Joey's was good.
though. Like
Yeah,
they got me
Joey's was
back.
good.
They got me back with Joey. So like I don't know if it's the people or just the I don't know. But anyway, do you think that next since they skipped the Bachelorette, do you think they're going to skip the Bachelor next year and just do Bachelorette in like January?
No,
You think they're just gonna be like, sorry Bachelorette, we're going back to Bachelor?
I think so. I think so because I do believe that The Bachelor probably has more viewers than The Bachelorette.
I think it depends. Like if they got like Victoria or Maria to be Bachelor, then
Yes.
yeah.
But if they just picked a rando from like one of the past seasons, probably not. They have to be very careful about who they're picking next, even for the next Bachelor. Like I feel like whoever they're picking to be in these roles, they need to think a lot about because they can't just pick anyone right now.
No.
There's no way just another like an average whoever is going to get enough views to like keep
No.
production going.
No, 100%. It has to be someone big. Maybe that's why they're saving the budget for someone big.
Did you see that Maria Rachel Kirkconnell and then Tyler Cameron were all hanging out
Yeah,
with Alex Cooper.
I got Alex Cooper's event for her drink.
Yeah, I was like, that would be such a fun group to be with.
I know, just
But
Rachel and Matt's best friend hanging out.
literally, oh my God, wait, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh my God, that makes it so much better.
I know. I
Literally
know.
in my head, I was like, oh, if Tyler Cameron didn't have a girlfriend, like maybe that could happen.
That's so funny. No, it's literally his best friend. Matt's
Yeah,
best
no.
friend.
And honestly, Tyler Cameron and his girlfriend right now are really cute.
I don't even know what's going on anymore with anyone. I had to
Thi-
unfollow everybody.
This season gave the same energy as Hannah Brown leaving Tyler Cameron.
You mean like the
Like with
proposal
Lutia leaving.
breakups?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we should probably get into this episode.
I Yeah, honestly,
Um,
I was falling on and off asleep during watching it.
yeah, I mean, let's
So
just.
there are some like yeah, I know the basics of what happened,
Okay, I got
but
some
like there are
notes.
some you did right now, it's
I
okay.
wrote notes. I wrote notes. Okay.
Um
Um, so beginning of episode, Latia is walking up to Grant. Immediately, I notice he doesn't look that excited. Vibes are low.
immediately.
Um, and yeah, they just like walk into meeting his family. It felt so rushed, which is crazy because they also just like dropped the bomb. This is the first time that his family's been all together in 10 years. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, no introduction. It's fine. Like,
I
yeah.
wait, that's a good point. You're right. They usually do like Grant will go in first, talk to his family, they'll have some heart to hearts.
Yeah.
And I
He'll,
guess
like
that didn't
say
happen.
some. No, we didn't hear that at all. I think they did film it though because it seems like the parents, like when the mom and dad were talking to like Latia and Juliana, they were like, "Oh yeah, Grant told me this, this, and this." So I'm like, they probably did do that. They just cut it out of the episode. So anyway,
Weird.
it just made it feel weird because like we didn't know his parents, we didn't know anything about his family, and it was just all of a sudden like, boom, they're all talking. Yeah, Latia sits down with Grant's mom first, and his mom just like she looks amazing. First of all, I don't know why. Like, I just had a vision of what Grant's mom looked like in my head, and that was like not it.
I true, I guess this was this the first time we saw
Her.
Oh no, I think the first episode they showed a
They
little
showed
clip
her.
of his family.
Oh, we saw like
Or
the
maybe it was
sister.
just his dad. Maybe it was just his dad and his sister at the
We saw the
beginning.
grandma for sure.
And the grandma, yeah.
So maybe
But
I just
yeah,
had
no, I
like the
didn't.
grandma in my head as like
Yeah.
his mom. So sorry. um, but yeah, Latia.
Okay, wait, but before Latia started talking to his mom,
Mm-hmm.
his family kept going on about how cute together they are, or like how good they look together, how cute they are together. Which, like, I think, like, after meeting both families, we'll get into this more after, but, like, I kind of feel like his family liked Latia more.
I got the impression. Yeah, I agree. I think it's just because Tia seemed way more just like 100% in to like she was like because well it makes sense now knowing what like Grant was saying to her. She probably felt
Yeah.
like 100% confident that she was going to get engaged to him and was like, "Oh, I'm meeting my new fiance's family." Like, "Oh yeah, I love him. We're getting married." Like
Oh, okay, wait. I just. This thought just came into my head. When him and Latia, I feel like it was maybe at the end when he was talking to his family or something, or maybe I just made this up. I can't remember if I wrote it down or not. But he was saying how Latia's ready to have kids within 2 years, and like that's too quick for him. Meanwhile, at the beginning, and I swear the first like 5 episodes, he like was preaching like ready for kids, ready for marriage, ready for this, ready for that. And it's like, dude, you're actually taking back everything you had just said in the beginning of this season.
I know. And I was like so frustrated with that because A, like I understand he wants to find a wife to have kids with, but like also she was saying, "Hey, like this is my timeline. I'm thinking 2 years." And was he wasn't communicating with her. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem." Instead, he could just be like, "Hey, you know what? I'm thinking more for like 3 to 4 years. Like I want actually more time. How do you feel about that?" Like he wasn't asking her at all. He was just like, her timeline's different, her timeline's different. I feel like he was using it as an excuse, to be
I think
honest.
so too. I think you're
And
right.
because even in like after the final rose, she was saying that like that was not new information, that she had shared that timeline with him like week 2. So I feel like he knew that he messed up by like over validating her throughout the whole season. And then like near the end, near those like last 2 weeks, he was probably thinking, "Oh crap, it actually might, I think it's Juliana." And so he was just trying to like grasp at anything to be like, this can't work.
Dude, that's so messed up.
I know, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
No,
um
you're so right. You're so this just like it honestly like just confirms to me that all the thoughts I had about Grant day one were
mhm.
real.
Yeah, oh, you, I was literally thinking that. Or when I was watching with Ben, he was like, "Lauren's gonna be so happy." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because she said that he was a player from like the beginning." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot
This
that."
is why I'm so conflicted about my first impressions because I always go back. I'm like, this is it, but I'm like, no, he's a nice guy. I'm just thinking poorly of him.
Yeah, no,
Oh
you were right.
man,
You were right.
he was
He does.
exactly
He
who I
has
thought he
player.
was.
Yeah, he has player tendencies for sure.
Clearly,
Um.
it's he obviously like we didn't get to see everything he was saying to Latia,
No.
which like from the sounds of like the interview after and everything, like yeah, he was clearly validating her for a while, and her mindset was like, it's not even a question. Like he's picking me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like she probably wasn't even like she walked in there not even worried. It seemed like.
No. Like she genuinely was like thinking they were gonna get engaged. Um. I have like. Yeah, we're just jumping around, but that's totally okay. Um. But yeah, she like left meeting the family feeling like she was gonna get engaged. She literally said, like, "I'm gonna be engaged." And I was like,
Let's
wow,
not
she's
forget.
so confident. I'm like, why is she so confident? Like,
Well, let's not forget we obviously didn't record an episode after the fantasy suites,
yeah, I
but
told
do you
her.
remember like right at the end, like when because she was I think the last one, he literally said he's like, "Do I just pick Latia now?"
I know.
Like,
I know. I'm like, I honestly, I was kind of zoning out on hometown or fantasy suites, but yeah, like he literally told her that he loves her and that he like was debating ending it then. So that is crazy and really messed up. However, I just want to say, I've been seeing so many people being like, why would Juliana want to be with him? Like she's the runner up. She's like second choice, like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I honestly thought Juliana was gonna win from the beginning. So yes, what he said to Latia was like, wow, that's crazy that you said those things to her and then didn't pick her. But like I feel like Juliana and him had a strong connection the entire time too. So
yeah,
I feel like people are trying to be like, because obviously they want to support Latia because what he did was like so rude and just crazy, and like all the girls are probably being like, "Oh my gosh, team Latia," but I'm like, Juliana also had like a crazy connection with him the entire time. Like their love story is also really really cute, and I thought she was gonna win from the beginning.
yeah. Well, we had bets on her from the beginning. Like, I feel like that she was always like the number one pick that we had from like day one. There was
Mm-hmm.
something about her, and like I think getting to know Grant more after that last episode, they seem like they'd be perfect together.
They're so much better and so much more compatible together. Like Latia is
Yes.
awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like she's beautiful, smart, like wife material. But like
Yep.
I think what went wrong was Grant like saw that in Latia super early and was like, wow, she's exactly what I was looking for. Like she's literally like perfect, right? Like beautiful, mature, wants family, like loving,
Yeah.
caring, everything he's like wanted. He was like, wow, she like fits every checkbox. Like she's gonna win. Like she's my pick. And he
Yeah.
probably like that's probably why he started telling her these things so early. But then like as obviously it goes on and he like gets to know Juliana more, like it's like, oh, I actually have stronger feelings for Juliana, but like Latia is perfect on paper. Do you know what I mean? Is like
Yep.
I think he just committed too soon thinking that like Latia was the best choice early and then like actually made a really good connection with Juliana. And like I think they're so much better together personally. Latia's
I
amazing,
think, yeah,
but
I think Latia deserves someone more mature, someone who just like obviously
mhm.
wants her for her. Like the fact that she's Mormon's not going to be an issue. Someone who's ready to have kids when she is. Like Grant wasn't that guy. Grant is still a boy. He's not ready for that stuff, and that's okay because Julianne I don't think is ready either. Like she could fit that timeline. She could fit like let's travel for 2-3 years,
Yeah,
get married, and then have kids later on. Like
totally.
she was obviously the more like the better I guess choice in that scenario.
They just also seem like
But
so cute together. Like I don't know.
they are
Even like
cute. But like
even
everyone, I also keep seeing like yeah people being like, do is Juliana seeing the stuff that he was saying about Latia? Like what does she think about
mhm.
that? Like
I
but then
know.
I read or saw somewhere that in an interview that she didn't watch the last episode.
Yeah, she didn't.
She had a that she her and Grant talked about it.
I know. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, this is just giving off like I don't want to say Juliana's dumb, but like you're kind of acting dumb if you're trying to blind yourself from what's actually going on.
Yeah, that's tough. I feel like because I don't think Grant like saying those things necessarily to Latia like takes away from the love he feels for Juliana. Do you know what I mean? I feel like people are
No.
like, how could like he doesn't love you, he loves Latia. I'm like, I think he said all those things to Latia, but he also still had really, really strong feelings for Juliana, and like clearly he picked her, so he loves her more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess like what choice do you have? Like you either let that like ruin your relationship or you like talk it out. So like maybe he was honest with her about everything that happened and it was just like, oh, let's just wasn't healthy for her to watch it. She already knows, you know?
I hope he
Um
told her everything.
I hope he told
I
her
hope she
everything too.
knows. I was gonna say like I hope she knows everything what was said. Cause like for a relationship to move on, like it is important. You don't want something like that coming out like 6 months, a year into your relationship, 5 years down the road. Like you want it. You should.
Mhm.
She has the right to know everything for sure.
Yeah.
And like he did say, should I pick Latia or should I just pick Latia now after Fantasy Suites? So like it's not like he was talking her up like earlier on in this season.
Mhm.
Like he was saying those things literally until the day before to
I'm
Latia.
wondering I'm wondering if like again, production had a part in like making this storyline bigger than it was. Like he could have like he's saying these things and like to the producers, right? Like these are conversations he's having with producers and like we don't know clearly they're cutting out a lot. So like he could have been saying amazing things about Juliana too. And like they're just focusing because they knew that he didn't pick Latia. So I'm sure they showed us like way more of his like thoughts about Latia on the screen than his thoughts on Juliana. They always do that. They always show the love connection of the runner up way stronger than the winner. I don't know why they do that, but they always do that because they want the drama, right? They want the breakup at the end to be like so dramatic. And then people are always like, how did the winner win? Like, he doesn't even love them. I'm like, we probably just didn't see like 90% of the actual like love between them because like it was so apparent to me that he like like loved Juliana more this whole episode. Like even her walking up to him for like meeting the family, he was like grinning ear to ear. Like he was so like
Yep.
happy. He was during Latia's hometown or like with his parents, he seemed stressed. And then like during the meeting of Juliana and his family, he was like so happy. And like I don't know, it was just so clear to me that he like loved Juliana more, but the producers definitely edited it and like only highlighted the Latia stuff. And I'm not saying he didn't say those things and like do those things to Latia, but I think we just saw it like we saw only one side of him expressing those feelings, you know?
Yeah, I guess they really can manipulate what we see.
Totally.
And you're right. He could have been saying the same things to Juliana. He could have been saying better things to Juliana.
Yeah,
But
we have no idea what he was saying to
they
Juliana.
no, but also like Latia's reaction at the end and like it's like you can't fake that. That's like she she was very caught off guard.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not
you
denying
could tell.
I'm not denying what Grant said to Latia. I'm just
Yeah.
saying we might not know how much he was saying about Juliana either. But I'm not denying how much he like said, how many promises he made to Latia. That's very valid because like that was, she literally thought they were getting engaged, and okay, let's go to the engagements because like hometowns, whatever. Yeah, like she walks up. Oh my god, we're just like skipping all their last dates, but whatever.
That's okay, they're not
Boring.
important. Not important.
Yeah, so she comes out of the car first. It's like pouring rain. First of all, it's been raining in this place. Where are they? The Dominican Republic? Where are they?
Yeah, Dominican.
Pouring rain this entire week they're there. No one checked the weather app.
No, clearly.
But yeah, she comes out of the car. She literally looks like a Barbie. She pours her heart out to him, and then he's like, "I love you, but I'm not your person." I'm like, "Whoa, that's so harsh."
She also like she was like talking in a baby voice the whole time when she walked up. Like her demeanor changed.
Come on now.
Everything. Okay, but like what she's like, she had the most perfect reaction.
Yeah, I mean, she was so caught off guard, validly so.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny. She's like, "Come on now. Come on now." I'm like, "Where's this accent coming from?"
I know. And not just once, like 3 times she said that.
I'm not laughing at her. Like that was just iconic, honestly.
No, and her saying you're different than I thought, you could tell that hit Grant. He didn't even know, like he was stuttering, like I think that really like was a knife to the heart. Which
but I'm
like
like,
obviously that sucks to
but
hear.
also, what were you expecting? Like how could you say all those things to someone and then be like, "I'm not your person," and just be like, and them not be so confused and hurt and shocked?
That's the player in him. That's the I'm gonna say whatever I want that's gonna make this girl happy in front of her.
Yeah.
But like I don't mean these things. And it's sad, but like that's exactly what happened. Like he fully played Latia the whole time.
I know.
From
And
day one.
like she was even saying at AFR, like it felt like he was chasing her. Like he was trying to keep her around.
Yep.
I'm like, and she was like, I was trying to pump the brakes and he was like putting his foot on the gas. And like, yeah, I do feel really bad for her because I'm not trying to yeah, that is rough. I couldn't imagine going on that show and the lead literally giving you, like, she said that he crossed the boundaries of like trying to prove his love to her. And it's like, of course she's gonna think they're getting engaged. Like, and then
Yep.
she says,
He
that
also
yeah.
did they both say I know she said that she like I love you to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said it back, right?
Oh yeah, he said it first to her.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Like he was the one that told her that he loves her first. So it's just like it's I while I think
Oh
Juliana
my.
and Grant are cute, I'm like, what? Like I don't know. And I that's just tough. Like I don't get me wrong, I've never been the lead. I'm sure it's tough to fall in love with two people and like that's rough. But like you don't have to tell someone I'm so excited. Like when she was like, "Oh, we're gonna get engaged tomorrow." You don't have to be like, "Yeah, I'm so excited." You can just be like,
I
"Maybe we should talk."
yeah. Or just smile. Don't you like? You don't have to say anything.
But even so,
I
like in past seasons when the lead knew that the runner up wasn't gonna be the person, like sometimes they've let them break up with them first. In this scenario, wouldn't you think, hey, I've really made promises to Latia that I'm not keeping. Maybe I shouldn't get her to walk up in front of me in her dress and pour her heart out to me just for me to break up with her. Like maybe I should reflect on this and sit down with her and have a conversation and explain to her that my feelings have changed and I'm sorry for leading you on like that.
well, that would have been way more respectful to Latia and
Yeah.
the relationship. Like I think she would have been more understanding. Like obviously it would have sucked still, but I genuinely think she would have been more understanding if he kind of yeah, didn't follow how the show needed to go and just been like, you know what, like I need to talk to her first.
Yeah. Because clearly
Because
he hasn't been.
this makes it seem like he literally waited until the very last possible minute to be like flipping a coin pretty much for which girl he wanted.
And honestly though, I don't think it I feel like again the show made it seem way bigger of a torn decision than it actually was. Like it didn't seem like it to me that it's to me it seemed like he wanted Juliana this whole episode.
Yeah.
Like
Like he
even on
knew.
like their all of Latia and Grant's dates like felt like even their last like one-on-one together when they were sitting down, like he just seemed not into it at all. And he
No,
seemed
you're
like
right.
he knew it wasn't her at that point. So I'm like, why would you not just tell her before that? Like you're allowed to change your mind. Like you're allowed to like change your mind. That's totally fine. But like own up to everything what you've told her throughout the season and like give her an explanation and don't get her to come to you to break up with her like that. Like you're allowed to change
Yeah.
your mind, but like accept that you like were terrible.
Yep. And I don't think he did or he has. Like, I don't know if he actually understands the impact that he had on her and like how much he effed up. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's just like the world telling him that he messed up and he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I messed up." Like I don't think there's something in him that's like telling him that he did. Like it seems like he just did it. Yes, he's sad, but it seems like he doesn't actually care.
I know. I think it's just like a thing is too is like I'm not judging him necessarily for like how he handled the situation because like no one's
I
ever been
am.
in that like maybe not okay, I'm not judging him for doing that. I'm judging him for not like taking accountability after because
Yeah.
you
Okay. Okay.
you know what I mean? Like you're a lead, you've never been a
Yeah.
lead before. I'm sure like I don't know what it feels like to fall in love with two people and then have to break someone's heart. Like I don't know how that feels and I don't know how I would act or like how I'd handle it. So I'm not gonna judge like how someone handles it. However, again, like once you realized, hey, I'm not picking this person that I just told the whole season I was gonna marry, maybe sit back and be like, I handled that really wrong and I should admit that to her. Like that's all I needed. I'm not
Yep.
judging you for you doing it, but like how you handled the breakup and not taking accountability for how you handled it is like what annoys me, you know? Um
Well said.
but I do think despite this all, like Juliana and his proposal was like so cute. Like I don't know how people are like diminishing their relationship because like it was so adorable. Like they looked so in love. And I was
I
like, where
know.
was this connection? Like literally from the moment like all of Juliana and Grant's dates this episode to me were like giving Bachelor again. Like for moments I would feel like that love connection that like we've been lacking this whole season. And I was like, this is what we needed. Like, you know what I mean? Like after hometown or after he met the parents, he like told her that he loves her. Like, that was so adorable. Their proposal, and like, they were, that was so adorable. Like, I almost cried. He
Now,
seems like way more like himself around her, you know?
do you think they're gonna last long enough to
Um,
get married?
See, I don't know because again, we barely know them.
I still feel like I don't know. I feel like we always saw the bubbly, happy, smiley side of Juliana.
Yeah.
And like, yes, we'd see her get emotional when like she was talking about like talking to Grant about um just like stuff that she's dealt with growing up and everything. But like, I don't know, I feel like he doesn't even really know that other side of Juliana.
Yeah. I don't know what we.
Unless maybe they did, obviously they did a fantasy suite together. I'm assuming they hooked up. So I feel like they got to explore, obviously, the more physical side and intimate side of the relationship. Do
Hmm.
you think that had anything over him picking Latia?
Maybe. Like, that's a good question. I feel like potentially, like, not necessarily because Latia didn't have that physical connection with him, but just because, yeah, like, that's obviously gonna bond them if they did have any physical connection. Like, that's gonna bond them more. So,
Yeah.
not saying that's a reason to pick someone, but like that could be a reason why he feels more connected with her at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I really don't know if they're gonna last because, again, I really, as they had an adorable like proposal. Like, clearly they seem in love and clearly they're happy, but like I still don't really know their relationship. But I also didn't feel like I really knew Latia's and his either. Like, I, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like just shocked that she has like that she was. I don't know. She just like doesn't at all like seem to care at all that Grant was telling Latia these things, but maybe she's just like a super understanding person. Like, because even Latia said when she got dumped, she was
Yeah.
like, she loves Juliana and she deserves the world, and she would have a lot of questions if she was like if the roles were reversed. So I'm like,
Yep.
I I don't know if she just doesn't care, or she's just like very understanding, or she just like she just truly believes in their relationship that much. Um,
I kind of think that I think she'd obviously care. I think anyone would care to a certain degree. You might not care
totally.
a lot, but like you'd care a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Grant is just doing too good of a job at, I guess, reassuring her of everything. Clearly, this guy has a way with words
Yeah.
because Latia listened to all these words and she thought something totally different was going to happen in the end. So, like, I
Yeah.
feel like he just tells girls exactly what they want to hear.
Yeah.
And he might mean it, he might not. I think in the moment he probably means it, but then, like,
Mhm.
looking back, he probably is like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think of him as a bad person. I just
No.
think of him as being really dumb.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's like very not self-aware in that area. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Also, side note, I thought it was the funniest thing when they brought out Charity, Clayton,
Gary.
and who else? And Gary.
I know, I literally wrote boring section between Charity, Clayton, and Gary. And in all caps,
Like,
Clayton told 3 women he loved them. I forgot because I didn't watch that
Cl-
season. But
Clayton was the
Susie,
one that,
Gabby,
yes,
and
and
Rachel.
Rachel.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
he literally got up in front of the three of them, or
It's
in
like
front of Gabby and Rachel, and was like, I slept with both of you.
I feel like I have to watch this season now because like I didn't watch that season. Um and it's just so funny to see like Gabby in that aspect now, especially after just watching her on Traders. I'm like I could not picture Gabby and Clayton together. Like, that is so hysterical now.
No, he was totally part of the reason she is gay now.
No, totally. But yeah,
100%.
that was just a super boring section. I'm like, how about we not have this section and we just like get to know our contestants more, or the family. Like,
Talk to the family. Yeah,
I
more with
mean,
the
we did see
families.
a lot about his with him and his dad, and I think I wrote something like, "This is the most like this is the biggest connection we've seen all season." Like, I was like, wow, like him and his dad, like that. Okay, to be fair, if anything came out of this season, I'm happy Grant did this for like him and his dad, because
Yeah.
clearly this like show and like experience like brought them together in a really good way. And like,
Well, and even bringing his whole family together.
yeah. So like the literally the section with him and his dad, I was like, wow, this is the most I felt this whole season. And even just like Grant, like he was like crying, and like that was the most like genuine openness I've seen from Grant the whole season. Um, but yeah, so if anything, no matter what happens, I'm happy that Grant and his dad had that experience together.
Yep. He formed one solid relationship. That's good.
But yeah,
I
I don't know.
think.
There's like not much to say. I'm like, this is the season finale, and I'm like, yep. So there you go. Like,
Honestly, I'm not much else to say. I'm not disappointed, nor am I super happy. I
oh,
had a feeling it was gonna end this way.
Jesse and or Jesse tells Grant and Juliana that they're going to Italy, and I was like, what if I see them? I
Oh my god, imagine there's overlap.
was like, imagine I'm in.
Okay, when was that finale? Was it live last night or
Yeah,
Monday?
yeah,
Like,
it's
was
live.
it live?
It's live.
Okay.
So they'll probably send them within the next couple of months. So it's
Dude, that'd be
possible,
crazy.
because I'm going to Italy in like 7 weeks. What if I'm just
Oh,
like
man, you might see
walking
them.
through Rome and like Grant and Juliana just walk by me?
You're gonna have to keep your eyes peeled. That would be so funny.
That would be hilarious. I would absolutely love that. I feel like we've obviously seen Vanderpump people now in real life. I feel like I would love to see some like Bachelor people in real life.
I know. Oh, I don't know if this is real, but I saw like a potential Traders cast
Okay.
for an upcoming season, and Hannah Brown was on the list.
Oh, she would be so good.
I know. Well, we literally said when we were talking about like Hannah Brown would be a good one,
Yeah.
and then I think another standout name was. Did you watch Selling Sunset?
Yeah.
Christine from Selling Sunset,
Christine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'd be good.
which, and then I forget who else. Those were the two though that caught my eye. I was like,
Or
that's
like
so Hannah
Jason.
Brown would be good. From
J- Jason from Selling Sunset. What's his
no,
brother's
there
name?
were two Selling Sunset girls, and I think the other one was Chelsea.
Chelsea? Oh yeah,
But
Chelsea.
also, like, Chelsea and Christine had beef, so I don't know why they'd want both of them in the same season.
I don't think they'd put two Selling Sunset people in the same season.
No, if anything, we want another Vanderpump person up there.
We need to see Tom. Jax.
Mr. Schwartz? Jax couldn't handle that. He is probably in rehab right now, so,
Yeah,
like, dealing
okay.
with his own
Yeah,
shit.
this is true. But yeah. Anyway, I had a lot of fun
I think
recapping this season. Even though the season was
I had
boring, we
su-
were entertaining.
I had such a great time with you.
Yeah. What are we gonna do now?
And I know we're gonna have to find another show while we wait for Paradise.
If anyone has any
Paradise will probably start.
requests,
They
Paradise will
wouldn't
probably
have started
start.
filming Paradise, right?
No, I feel like Paradise will probably come out in July. That would be my best bet. Like they'll probably start filming in like a month or 3 weeks.
Oh, and Zoe's gonna be on it.
I know. I was like, why are they bringing out Zoe at the end? Like, should they not have brought her out at the beginning? But I guess they
know.
wanted to do the twist. And I'm wondering if
Yeah.
like she was standing on stage. Like again, nothing wrong with Golden Bachelorette or Bachelors. But like she was like, I'm going to paradise, like commits on live TV, and then all of a sudden Jesse's like, and the Golden Bachelor and Bachelor.
I know. I wonder
And
if
she's
that was
like,
a surprise.
she was like, do you think she knew?
Like, it's like, Jesse, what?
Like she just committed on live TV, and they're like, and there's a twist, and she's like, oh,
And you're gonna be dating 70-year-olds. It's
like,
great.
I hope she knew. Not that it matters. I'm not judging
know.
any.
I'm not judging either. It's just gonna be.
I just think they're different vibes, and I don't want them mixed, and that's all. They're not one's better than the other. I just think they're different vibes. Like I want the really chaos paradise. I don't need mature
it
people.
can't be chaotic. It can't be chaotic with grandparents there.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be so different.
I know.
It's gonna be different.
I don't know.
It's gonna be good. Obviously, they think this is gonna be a good idea, and who knows? It might actually be really great.
I'm open to it. I'm not gonna judge it until
But
I
it's
see
gonna
it.
be so funny, like when they have like episodes where like someone new comes in.
It's like, is it
gonna
gonna
be
be someone in their 20s or 30s, or someone in their 60s or 70s?
Literally, literally could be any age coming down the steps.
But
I'm
anyway,
excited. I'm excited.
we'll have to figure
We'll
out
find-
something in between.
Obviously.
So if you have a recommendation of a television show that I haven't already watched, which is kind of hard
True.
to find, let me know or let us know.
True. Well,
But-
we're obviously gonna make it work.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Oh well, until next time.
I'm so sad. Yeah, until we speak again. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you all. Catch you later.
Okay, bye.